One of the core principles behind all of Cognitive Edge's work is the Cynefin Framework. That works off a difference in the physical sciences between ordered, complex and chaotic systems. So ordered systems are highly constrained, they're predictable. Chaotic systems are unconstrained, which actually gives you huge opportunities for innovation and for a novel type of sense making called wisdom of crowds. But the majority of types of system we face are complex adaptive systems, in which the level of constraint is such that you can get a degree of predictability, but the constraints themselves constantly modify. So complexity is sometimes called the science of uncertainty. It's how do you deal with systems which are inherently uncertain, where you have to manage the evolutionary potential of the present. You actually can't, and it's dangerous to attempt to define an ideal future state and close the gap. Now, the Cynefin Framework takes those three systems, divides order into obvious and complicated to make a distinction between good and best practice. So if everybody can see that the order is right, best practice is fine. If it requires expertise or analysis, you've got to be more cautious. Then it adds a fifth domain called disorder, which is the state of not knowing which of the systems you're in. So the whole purpose of Cynefin is to make decision making more efficient. It's complex, we run experiments in the present. It's complicated, we do analysis. So to get that differentiation of methods by systems type is at its heart. You've really got to switch away from engineering metaphors, and you've got to stop defining idealistic future states, because you just doom yourself and your customers and your employees to perpetual disappointment. What complexity does, and this is where the SenseMaker tool comes in through narrative, is defines the current state of affairs, how people feel, their attitudes, their beliefs, what they can accept, what they can't accept. And that allows you to do small interventions in the present, which allow you to evolve forwards to a future more sustainable and resilient state. So the ability to understand the present and manage the present is key to managing uncertainty. It's absolutely vital to stop thinking about future states in other than the most general terms, because it means you miss the signals of potential which you could otherwise exploit. There's a key aspect of innovation. It comes from biology called exaptation. So a dinosaur's feathers evolved for warmth, but then they exapt for flight. A guy maintaining a Raytheon engineer maintaining a radar machine in 1947 notices that a chocolate bar melts in their pocket, we get microwave ovens. One of the things you do if you manage in the present, particularly with a narrative form, is you allow the accidental bringing together of things in novel ways, which can change whole markets. And the overemphasis on engineering efficiency, and what I finally call Six Sigma, rather than Six Sigma, which is trying to drive all inefficiencies out of the system. So there's no room for innovation, there's no room for bright ideas, there's no room for serendipity. We need to realize as we deal with uncertainty, we need to increase the level of inefficiency in order to be effective. And that's one of the key lessons out of this work.